Spencer Dutton's 1923 Season 2 story is already frustrating, but it still makes sense. 1923 Season 2 is already frustrating Spencer Dutton's, Brandon Sklenar, story, but it makes sense considering what the character is up against. We first met Spencer in 1923 Season 1 when the Great War veteran was off hunting lions in Nairobi as the rest of the family prepared for an impending range war. Spencer's journey takes off when he meets Alexandra, Julia Schlepfer, the future Countess of Sussex. In Season 1, the star-crossed lovers fall in love as Alexandra leaves her engagement and a life of British nobility, following Spencer to Tanganyika, where he is needed for another kill. While touring Africa, Spencer and Alex swiftly enter an engagement. They eventually set a course for Montana when Spencer finally receives Cara Dutton's Helen Mirren, warning that the ranch is in danger after Alex encourages him to read a bundle of unopened letters. However, the couple is separated as they cross the vast Atlantic Ocean by a tugboat and British liner. Therefore, Spencer and Alex make separate journeys home to Bozeman in 1923 Season 2. In Episode 2, however, Spencer faces setbacks as he fights his way home, including a detour to bootleg booze for Galveston's Italian mafia. A conversation from 1923 Season 1, Episode 3, The War Has Come Home, shows that Alex and Spencer know their time together is limited. Alex begins to feel small as Spencer and his future bride stand on a site outside Tanganyika, where a child's footprints are baked into the lava rock. She tells Spencer about her sudden realization that life is a mere blink, and Dutton tells his lover that's why he has decided not to waste a moment of their shared time. Therefore, watching 1923 Season 2 waste precious moments of Alex and Spencer's love story can be frustrating. Like the couple, we know Alex and Spencer Dutton's time is limited. 1923 Season 2 is the final installment of the Yellowstone prequel with Alex and Spencer, so every episode in which the couple isn't together is one less of their epic romance. Therefore, Spencer's side quest with Luca, Andy Dispenza, in 1923 Season 2, Episode 2, to deliver his cousin Salvatore Salmisios, Gilles Marini, bootleg liquor amid Prohibition, is as annoying as it is entertaining. Hopefully, Spencer will leave the mafia connection behind in Texas and soon be home with Alex in Montana to fight for his family. As Spencer's journey home expands, hopes that Jacob Harrison Ford and Cara Dutton's nephew would return to Montana at the beginning of 1923 Season 2 are dissipating. It was neat that Spencer's journey was on a different path at the beginning of Season 1, showing what else was happening in 1923 outside of life in Montana. Watching Spencer and Alex make a harrowing journey home was also fascinating. That said, Spencer and Alex continuing their perilous journey is beginning to feel repetitive. Still, the show must convey the trip properly. Spencer is traveling from Africa to Montana, so a time jump in which Dutton suddenly lands in the mountains of Montana without a significant investment would feel cheap. While innovations in transportation allowed people to travel farther in 1923, commuting by ship or train was still a long and arduous trek. Even today, a trip from Africa to Montana would make for a substantial journey. Considering that Spencer travels without much money, the road home would be long and muddled with holdups and delays. Therefore, Spencer's journey in 1923 Season 2 is as realistic as it is frustrating. Spencer Dutton's journey in 1923 has been one of the most compelling aspects of the show, but heading into Season 2, his story is already causing frustration among fans. The slow pacing, endless detours, and continued separation from Alexandra have tested the patience of viewers who are eager to see him back in Montana. However, while the delays and obstacles may be aggravating, they still make sense within the broader narrative of 1923 and the overarching themes of the Yellowstone universe. Spencer's struggles, the heart of 1923. From the beginning, Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklenar, has been positioned as the Dutton family's savior, the one person capable of returning to Montana and rescuing his family from the threats posed by Banner Creighton and Donald Whitfield. Yet his journey has been anything but straightforward. After surviving World War I and escaping to Africa, where he buried his trauma in dangerous bait game hunting, he found love in Alexandra, Julia Schlapfer, and embarked on a treacherous voyage back home. However, as Season 1 unfolded, Spencer faced constant setbacks. Shipwrecks, immigration issues, and conflicts with Alexandra's aristocratic family all conspired to slow him down. By the finale, he was still far from reaching Montana, leaving fans frustrated that his storyline felt detached from the Dutton family's immediate struggles. With Season 2 on the horizon, many are concerned that Spencer's journey will continue to drag on, keeping him away from the ranch when he is needed most. Why Spencer's delays make narrative sense. Despite the frustration, there are solid storytelling reasons behind Spencer's extended separation from Montana. 1923 is a story about survival, struggle, and the immense obstacles faced by the Duttons as they attempt to secure their legacy. If Spencer had simply boarded a ship and arrived in Montana within a few episodes, the weight of his journey, and the sacrifices he has made, would have been diminished. The show is also deeply rooted in historical realism. Traveling from Africa to Montana in the 1920s was no easy feat. Between bureaucratic red tape, political tensions, and the limitations of early 20th century transportation, Spencer's slow journey is an accurate reflection of the era. The showrunners have chosen to embrace this realism, even at the cost of pacing issues that have left some viewers exasperated. Moreover, Spencer's struggles mirror those of his family back home. While he fights to reunite with them, Jacob, Harrison Ford, and Kara, Helen Mirren, are engaged in their own battle to defend the ranch. Their suffering and sacrifices parallel Spencer's hardships, reinforcing the show's themes of endurance and perseverance. The emotional weight of Spencer's separation. One of the most compelling aspects of Spencer's storyline is his relationship with Alexandra. Their romance has provided 1923 with some of its most emotional moments, but their continued separation threatens to strain their bond. Alexandra's decision to leave her privileged life behind and follow Spencer was a defining moment for her character, and now she faces the challenge of proving that she can withstand the trials ahead. By keeping Spencer and Alexandra apart, the show deepens the emotional stakes of their reunion. Every obstacle they overcome strengthens their bond, making their eventual arrival in Montana, if it happens, all the more impactful. However, this extended separation also risks frustrating audiences who are eager to see them together, particularly if Season 2 continues to prolong their reunion. The larger implications for Yellowstone canon. Spencer's journey isn't just about his personal struggles. It also serves a larger purpose in the Yellowstone universe. Given what we know about the fate of the Dutton family in later generations, Spencer's return, or potential failure to return, could have massive implications. His absence has already placed a heavy burden on the aging Jacob and the resourceful Kara. And if he continues to be delayed, it could mean the downfall of the Duttons' hold on their land. Additionally, Spencer represents a bridge between the past and the future of the Dutton dynasty. His experiences in war, his time in Africa, and his exposure to the wider world all give him a unique perspective that sets him apart from his family. If he does eventually take up the fight for the ranch, he may bring new strategies and approaches that shape the Duttons' legacy for generations to come. What to expect in Season 2. While 1923 Season 2 is still shrouded in mystery, it's clear that Spencer's story will continue to be a central focus. However, the show must strike a delicate balance between maintaining the realism of his journey and ensuring that his story doesn't become stagnant. One possibility is that Spencer will face yet another series of challenges before finally reaching Montana. Immigration issues, legal troubles, and potential run-ins with hostile forces could delay him further. However, the longer he is kept away, the greater the risk of diminishing audience investment in his storyline. On the other hand, if Season 2 accelerates his journey, we could finally see Spencer's long-awaited return to Montana, setting up a climactic confrontation with Whitfield and Creighton. This would bring much-needed momentum to the show and reward viewers who have patiently followed his journey. Conclusion: Spencer Dutton's story in 1923 Season 2 is already frustrating fans, but that frustration is, in many ways, by design. His journey has been defined by hardship, and every setback adds to the weight of his eventual return. While some may wish for a faster pace, the show's commitment to historical accuracy and emotional depth makes his prolonged separation from Montana a meaningful aspect of the narrative.